Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to another Real Madrid show. Today we'll be talking about the match preview of Real Madrid versus Espanyol at Espanyol's crown, and we'll be talking about the press conference of Solari. So let's start with the press conference and see what Solari had to say about tomorrow's game. So here we go. He talked about the squad and how he was going to line up every game. Talked about players and stuff like that. So he basically said that how he chooses players is he tries to go into the next game with the most of the probabilities of winning. So what that means is that he'll choose a player. He'll choose players that will increase his chances of winning. So I'm guessing that if he sees maybe a player not committing 100% in training in that week, he won't go with that player because they're not committing their full 100% to the team, and therefore will be omitted from the squad or from the starting 11. So, and he also said that Benzema is having a good year. He's very generous, puts in 100%, puts in a shift every time, um, and he's his overall game very generous. Um, and that's why he's considered one of the best strikers in the world at the current moment. Um, do I think he's one of the best strikers in the world? Definitely, obviously. The thing with Benzema, for me, you can't rely on him to win, let's say, La Liga or something like that because of his consistency problems. He's not consistent enough. And to win La Liga, you have to be very, very consistent. And Benzema, unfortunately, is not. You have to have other players that will be more consistent than him. However, when Benzema is on his day, very good player, very good player. There's no better number 9 in the world, I think, in my opinion. Anyways, that being said, um, got a few questions about Isco. Obviously, you could see his frustration when he was asked those questions. He basically just said he equivocates his answers when it comes to these kinds of questions, and he basically just said that he has a squad of 24 players at his disposal, and it's very hard to choose the starting 11 because there's so much talent. But then again, it's an equivocating answer, and we would like to see a more concrete answer. That's why I think the journalists are always asking it. I keep reiterating it, but yeah, that's why we always ask what's going on with Isco. For me, Isco, if Solari stays, Isco will be sold in the summer. 100% if Solari stays. 100%. There is no doubt in my mind. The whole Isco problem is it's I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it, but I just think Isco doesn't fit into the squad quite perfectly because he is mostly a cam and a center attacking midfielder and or an attacking midfielder, I guess you could say. And Solari doesn't play that way, so I just think it doesn't work in his system. I just think Isco doesn't fit in Solari's system. That's why he doesn't play him that much. Um, so Isco for me will be sold in the summer if Solari stays. And he also said that he goes on a game by game basis um, for choosing the squad. So obviously, what I was saying earlier, um, that he doesn't seem to have like a concrete 11, and that's why we always see different players, a lot in the starting 11. And he also had a lot of praise for Vinicius, which is obviously good. Um, and now let's get to Espanyol. So Espanyol are currently 13th in the league with 7 wins, 3 draws, and 10 losses, 24 points in total. And like I said, the game will be in Barcelona. Um, and Espanyol haven't been doing too good this season. They've made 21 goals, conceded 30 goals for a goal difference of -9. So not very good. I believe the last time Espanyol were really a threat, I would say, was in I believe it was 13-14 season when Javier Aguirre was the coach of Espanyol, and in that season, I believe they ended something along the lines of 7th or something, and they were pretty good. and they were kind of a harder team to beat. But these past few years after that, they've been pretty easy to beat, and I think we'll beat them. We'll beat them fairly comfortably, even if it's at their ground. So yeah, last time we won the game was 1-0 at the Bernabeu, but it was under Lopetegui. We'll be going into this game with different, in a different context, with different circumstances. So I think it'll be much easier. I don't think we'll have too many problems with Espanyol. They're not doing that great. They've lost 8 of their 9 last matches in La Liga, so they haven't been doing so good. However, maybe the little, uh, maybe qualm I could say would have to be that they did win versus Villarreal a couple times, tied with them once in the Copa del Rey, I think, and then they beat Valencia this season, which those two used to be a lot better. I think Valencia are doing somewhat better, but Villarreal they're a little shaky this season. And then Atletico barely beat Espanyol 1-0. So it shows Espanyol can be a threat sometimes, but overall, like I said, I think we'll win this fairly easily. Maybe some players to look out for in the Espanyol side. Pablo Piatti, which is a midfielder. He's one of their, maybe high-profile players. Maybe the 2 ex-Real Madrid players. They are older, so I don't think they're much of a threat anymore. But you have Diego Lopez, who's their goalkeeper, who, again, ex-Real Madrid player, very good servant for the club. Um, Again, another goalkeeper that was pushed out of the club. But for me, very good goalkeeper. Um, and now he's on Espanyol, and he's pretty probably lost a little bit, but I think he's still a good goalkeeper. Esteban Granero, who used to play for Real Madrid under Mourinho. Um, I, I haven't seen much of him recently, so I don't know if he's maybe at the level he used to be. And Sergio Garcia, which Espanyol probably an Espanyol veteran, I would say, but he is 35 years old now, I think, so he is a little older. I think he's going to be on the bench. He used to be a very good player, but now I think he is at a point where he is declining, so I don't think we'll see much of him. But yeah, we don't have too many problems with the injuries anymore. So obviously, Real Madrid have a stronger squad. Mariano, Asensio, and Bale have all trained with the first team, so they might just be coming back for some substitute appearances. But I think the lineups will be Courtois in goal. Then you'll have Carvajal as right back. You'll have Sergio Ramos and Varane as the center backs, and then I think he'll put Marcelo at left back just because of the experience that Marcelo has in that position. And I just think he'll give him another chance. Uh, you know, um, and then in the midfield positions, you'll have Casemiro. I know Llorente did play the other game as a substitute, and he kind of did grow into the game. I don't think he's quite there yet, so I think you can go with Casemiro. Casemiro's had quite a few games recently, so I think Casemiro will play along with Modric and Cruz in the midfield. And in the forward line, I think he'll play the same forward line as usual, which will be Vinicius, Benzema, and Lucas Vazquez. So, so overall, not a we still have those injuries that are affecting us, but like I said, we should be able to win comfortably at their ground. Um, for my score prediction, I would say 3-4-0. I would say 4-0. I think it's going to be 4-0. I don't know where the goals are going to come from, but um, my score prediction is going to be 4-0. So that's pretty much it. There's not much to say about the game preview. And yeah, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.